My in-laws opened credit cards and bills in my husband's name that accrued to $100,000 of debt, and I was placed on the back burner, so I burned bridges in their family reunion. My husband accumulated a lot of debt, so he worked so much. I work 60+ hours a week and care for the household and childcare while much of his income goes to pay his debts. I keep up with the household, I do the housework, lawn work, repairs, etc., and he contributes where he can. This year, he has taken time off for family and co-worker events. He has scheduled time to take trips with his friends. When he does, I'm the designated babysitter. Many days after he gets home, he is responsible for his parents. He takes them grocery shopping, fixes things at their household, and does some of their housework. I forgot to mention that he is one of 5, and all 4 siblings live close to his parental home. His parents assist in child care for his siblings but not for ours. I've told him my frustrations of being consistently placed on the back burner. The other day, I lost it. I found out he invited his family to our house for a family reunion last week. I thought he took time off of work, and he didn't. The house was a mess, and most of the mess was his. I was expected to clean the house, get the groceries, and run the kids to their weekend events. I started cooking and setting up the reunion, as he set the time for 4 p.m. when he got out of work. The kids helped do their chores and clean their rooms. I got the house clean, and by the time his family started pouring in, I was stewing as he was at work. He asked me why there weren't clean towels as he would shower, and I freaked out in front of his whole family. I ran down the list of how I am always on the back burner for these people and how I am one person, and I'm the one contributing to the household. At the same time, he works just to pay off his debts, how I have no security or support in this relationship, and that he is like having another child, and that all I feel like I'm worth is an occasional F whenever he is in the mood. I let it all out. I ended with "I'm done," packed a bag, and took off. I'm sitting in a parking lot, hysterical, and no, the kids weren't present. They were outside playing. He is a good father to the kids, but I feel better off by myself as a husband. I have so much resentment towards him, and no, he hasn't called. He texted me loud and clear, which made me even angrier because this is exactly how he deals with everything. I'm now feeling like an asshole for going off and saying all I did, especially in front of his family. Am I the a-hole? Update. After the loud and clear text, I was bombarded with phone calls and texts from his family. I sent a message to my husband to give me some space and, if he cared for me in this relationship, to call off his dogs. I called my mother and sent her some money, and she picked them up. I had a secret rainy day fund and splurged on a nice hotel and spa day, had a few drinks, cried my eyes out some more, and just spent the day unplugged and journaled all my feelings. I haven't had time to do any of that in a very long time. I do not know the lengths of his debts. Much of it was from his parents putting bills in his name, and others is just mismanagement of money, credit cards, etc. I took over the finances after finding a letter saying we would lose the house. I contributed to the household bills then, and he was doing the finances. I trusted things were well. This was after marriage and after kids. We went to counseling because of it, and he said he was ashamed and afraid to tell me the truth. I took over about 3 years ago and told him to focus on clearing his debt, and I'd hold the household down while he did. I did not expect it to take this long, and everything has become more expensive and harder for me with inflation. I was supposed to go back to school, but that was put on hold so I could catch up on what we were behind, hence the working 60+ hours. I'm a nurse, working 12-hour shifts and capitalizing on overtime where I can. I'm burnt out. I realized this today. I realized I'm constantly in critical thinking caregiver mode at work or home. My job is to care for and solve problems for everyone but myself. I see how they use him. I have said something before, and he returns, one day, they won't be here, and I wish I could have done more. I told him that's fine, but he has equally responsible siblings, some of whom don't have spouses or kids who can contribute. As far as the house and things go, he helps when he can. I think it came across that he comes home and does nothing. He just works up to 16 hours 7 days a week, so many times, it's me doing the majority of it. As far as the trips go, he takes the day off. It pisses me off. I have to beg for time, and even when we do get it, we end up in a fight, or I have to plan everything or we can't get sitters and sit home, and he sleeps all day. And to be honest, I'm so full of resentment that it's almost too little too late. Like when I'm around him, I'm just so pissed off.